Brit Graham.
Hey, guys.
So good to have you on the podcast today.
I'm pumped.
How's it going?
You showered.
I did shower. I did.
Your hair looks great.
It does.
Your necklaces are cute.
Yeah.
I'm loving it.
You're wearing an anklet today.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, let's look at these bracelets.
What's the meaning behind these bracelets?
Well, this one is gratitude, thankful, and blessed.
Oh.
Which I feel like embodies who you are as a person, in my experience.
What about your anklets? Are those because you surf?
Yeah. Yeah. Just on the side.
You really surf?
Oh, do you not really? Because you live
honestly,
at the beach.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could totally see you as the surfer girl.
I will be honest. I do not do well in water.
Like in general? Water in general?
Yeah.
Like a pool? Wait,
I
you
can
drown?
handle like a 4-foot pool.
Okay. When you say shh,
I go down.
I'm like imagining you don't know how to swim.
No. I don't think that.
Do you
Wait, do you not know how to swim?
Paddle?
I stay where I can touch the bottom.
Wow.
I mean, I could.
Yeah.
I could.
You're just not, like, you don't enjoy it that much.
No.
I mean, I get it. I totally get it. Yeah. I can, like, if my life depended on it, I could swim, but, like,
If my life depended on it.
I will say I did a competition once, and it was a swim in the ocean.
What?
And I remember swimming and being like, man,
Salt water.
I might go down. But in my mind, I was like, I know they won't, like, catch me, or they won't find me fast enough, so just keep fighting through it.
Wait, are you serious?
Yeah.
Wow.
I came out last in the water, but then I caught back up, so.
Dang,
not the best
Because
swimmer.
you've done a lot of competitions. How many competitions have you done?
Oh, I don't know. A lot, though.
Yeah.
CrossFit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
a
Well,
little bit.
between CrossFit and then everything before you even got into CrossFit.
Wait, what were you doing before CrossFit?
Like growing up,
Yeah.
or like every sport you could think of.
Really?
Literally everything.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure my parents bred us to be athletes.
Yeah.
All right, so how many siblings do you have?
I have an older sister and an older brother.
Are they both athletes? Mm-hmm. Are they like famous athletes or?
No, I mean famous to me.
Oh,
I
that's
love
so
them. I look up to
wow.
them. My brother was a phenomenal basketball player, and he played in college. And then my sister was just a beast in high school and lacrosse and soccer.
Oh, that's so
and stuff.
cool. What's the
Laxo.
age difference? Where are you on the age?
Don't be telling my sister
No.
I told you her age.
Oh,
though.
okay.
no. So my sister's 5 years older, and then my brother's in the middle. He's 3 years older than me.
Wow.
Okay, so you're the baby.
I'm the baby.
Oh, baby.
Oh, you're the
Yep.
baby.
Yep.
So sweet.
Yep.
Well, let's back up. Let's backtrack a little bit. So you're not originally from Greenville, right?
No, ma'am.
So tell us like where you were born and raised. Tell us a little about your family, and let's go from there. Let's talk
Okay.
about the history of the Brit Graham.
Oh, the Brittany. I am from New Hampshire.
Oh,
Free
wow.
or die, way up north. And then we grew up playing sports. I think it was my parents' way of keeping us out of trouble. And so it was if we weren't playing a sport, we had to have a job. So every season we played sports, and then we picked the sports that would play year round as well.
Yeah.
My mom is a big gymnastics judge, so we all did gymnastics growing up, right until like high school, where you kind of had to choose. It's either gymnastics or
Yeah.
life,
Yeah,
pretty
Yeah.
much.
that's true.
Yeah, because I mean, people in gymnastics, they can train like 5 hours a day, like pretty much every day of the week. Like it's like
Yeah.
a,
Especially if you're really good.
Yeah.
it's almost like a full time job. I feel.
Yeah.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
So my brother has 2 girls, and they are gymnasts, and she's about to go into high school, and she trains 4 hours a day.
Wow.
She's
Wow.
phenomenal.
Is she like on the
yeah.
Olympic team kind of thing, or?
No, that's just. I mean, she's level 8 or 9, I think, and she's phenomenal though.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's awesome. That's so
crazy.
cool.
Yeah, I love the sport, but it's definitely demanding.
Well, I was gonna
Yeah.
say, what was your favorite sport? Like, if you had to pick one, what would be your favorite? Because you played like a little bit of everything.
I definitely think gymnastics overall gives you the best body coordination, body awareness, body strength. It preps you for every other sport.
Yeah.
So that, I mean, and it's so much fun. But then you definitely get into the mental side of it. It's a scary sport. So you
There we
want
go.
me
So
to get
no-
closer?
I'm just doing it very subtly, but now it's no longer subtle. So,
Yeah.
so gymnastics you think is the best one?
Yeah, it was. But then, of course, like when you get to that higher skill set, throwing double backs, it's scary. And so it's a mental
Yeah.
sport from there.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. I've thought about like putting Addie into like some tumbling. Because she's like super, super, super interested in like learning how to do cartwheels and flips and stuff.
Yeah.
And do not know anything about gymnastics.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, oh, I'd kind of, but I want it to be kind of like casual. I don't want it to be like too like competitive. So I don't know.
Yeah.
That's something that I've kind of thought about doing.
I would.
With her. Yeah. That's
I
what a
would.
lot of everybody that's like done it or like had that have like they've always suggested doing that because it just gives you such a good like base to start with and
Yeah.
gives you like all this like body awareness.
Do all your
and-
kids do it too?
Yeah.
Mine.
Yeah.
No, I started
So you
off.
tell other people's kids to do it, but you won't.
Well, I will say
Well, they
so.
have
This
done it before. Though.
we grew up. I started off doing it, and I was coaching over at Acro Smith. But I actually have to give Will praise. He was the one that really focused on family more than accolades, and so he was the one that said, "I know you love the sport, but I don't want to come home from work
Yeah.
and you guys be at the gym for another 3
Yeah,
hours."
that's fair.
And I totally respect it, but it was
good
hard
one.
for me
Yeah.
because I grew up in a family that was
That's
so
what you
sports
did, yeah.
focused.
Yeah.
So I just assumed, you know,
Yeah.
how you were brought up. You assume you're going to continue to
Yep.
live like that.
Yeah.
Good point.
And
Yep.
but I'm so
This is
grateful
true.
that Will's wants to focus family first.
That's
so.
cool. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah, let's talk about Will. So
Yeah,
Will's your
please.
husband. Tell us about how you guys met.
Yeah, that's my man.
Let's talk about Will. Shout out Will.
Oh, now I'm uncomfortable being the only boy here now. I don't like this.
Now you know how I have felt on every other episode. Finally got
We'll
some
talk
girl
about
power.
We'll talk about
Girl
boys.
power.
Please help me.
So Will and I are both from northern states, and we just coincidentally moved down to Charleston at the same time, Charleston, South
Charleston.
Carolina. And he had CrossFit Charleston there.
Yep. Mhm.
And so I was working with a friend who looked like she was in great shape.
Yeah.
So I just said, "What do you do?" And she brought me to CrossFit, and
Man,
she
CrossFit
said,
is
"Oh,
good
you're
at
gonna
doing that.
love it."
Yeah.
You look good. What do you do? Oh,
Yeah.
CrossFit.
Yeah.
Got
So
him.
I walked in, and to this day, Will remembers like exactly what I was wearing, exactly, you know, the day. Yeah, it was super
He was
sweet.
stricken.
Yeah. And then I showed off with some pull-ups.
Okay, of
Yep.
course you did.
And then I walked off with like massive rips in my
Oh,
hand.
wow.
I didn't know. I was like, do I just keep going? Because I started doing kipping pull-ups.
Yeah.
And he was like, how can you do all that? But that's
Yeah,
the
'cause-
gymnastics
Yeah.
side of it.
And you'd
but-
never done that like in
No.
a CrossFit gym space before. That's just the awareness that you already had
Yeah,
from gymnastics.
Yeah.
That's
And
so, cool.
so his gym was across from Gymnastics Academy of Charleston at the time. So he started to train some of the gymnasts. And I just watched because I knew he had no idea. And so he brings a bunch of these girls over and he's like, all right, guys, like, let's try some pull-ups. And these girls start whipping out strict and he just looks at them, oh. So like you could hear
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
and then he goes, you guys want to try rope climbs? So he's trying to teach them like, this is what you do with your legs.
And they're doing it legless.
And they go, yeah, they do it legless and they're sitting in the L. And Will was just like blown
I'd be done.
away.
I'd be
Yeah.
done.
he's like, back up. I want you guys to teach me some skills.
Yes.
It was cool to see though. So I think he gained a lot of respect for that sport.
Yeah, for sure. So who like did he initiate like the first move between you two? What was
Sounds
how
like he
that-
did. I mean, in nowadays culture, that would be a little creepy. Oh, I remember what you were wearing when you came in.
No, it's sweet.
Yeah, so he had a rule to not date any of his members. So he tried to approach that.
So he made you a coach.
Yeah.
And then he was like,
I was about to say, wait, so
Yeah.
did he make you a coach and that's when he started dating you?
No. We just started.
So he broke his
He
rule.
broke his rule. Yeah. So he broke that rule.
He made it a rule
Yeah.
to then just break.
Yep. And then we just kind of
Love.
went for it.
that's so
you know?
sweet.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's talk about you guys owning a gym and because I feel like a lot of people here may not know that about you.
Yeah.
I know some do that have known you for a while, but like, what was that experience like?
I mean, I give all that credit to Will. He's the one that started. That was his childhood dream, was to
Yeah.
own a gym.
Yeah.
And he
Aw.
crushed it. He had a phenomenal gym. Will's so good with people that there are so many members that signed up just for him.
Yeah,
You know,
I could
like
see that.
he's really good and he's
Yeah.
amazing with the community. And then of course I just fell in love with him and
Yeah.
I fell in love with the sport. And so I
Yeah.
started to, I started to coach. I got certified and then I drank the Kool-Aid. I started competing and
Yep.
all that stuff.
And
Which
then
you
kicked
love.
Yes,
butt when
yes.
you did it.
We had such a good group too, and we made it as a team one year, and so it was just cool to experience that.
To made it where?
To regionals as
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Say
You
it.
gotta
Where'd
say
you make?
it.
Yeah.
I know.
Where'd you make
She's
it?
very like
Okay.
humble. You
I
gotta
know.
like
We made it.
pull it out.
Where'd you make it?
We made it to a competition. So
Good.
It's just
But
a
yeah.
little competition.
Just regional.
Just
Yeah.
the regionals.
But yeah, so it was cool just to have that group and a bunch of meatheads just throwing down. So we did
And
it.
you were talking about it this morning. You miss like competing? Because you love that, just grind it out,
I do.
shut your brain off and go.
Yeah.
And you and I are very different. I hate working out.
Do you
I
feel?
do.
But I mean, you're a mom of 3, and you've kind
Yeah.
of shared with me before that like you want that to be like your main focus. You feel like that's kind
Yeah.
of like what you're called to do in this moment, in this season of your life.
Yeah. Yeah.
And which I also admire about you, because that's not an easy thing to do, to kind of
Yeah.
put to take that step back
Yeah.
in your personal, like what you feel like doing in that moment, and be like,
especially
I'm
when
gonna-
you've been able to do it for so long. I've been so selfish,
Mm.
and but I think God has called me, like my ministry is for my children.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I did not grow up with a faith, and
Yeah.
I want that for my kids more
Yeah.
than anything.
Yeah.
And I think sports is fantastic. And I think teaching them a healthy lifestyle is fantastic, but having them know the Lord is the most important thing.
Yeah, for
So,
sure. I like
but it
that.
definitely took a while to get out of that. You know,
Yeah,
I was like,
I'm
no, I'm
sure.
gonna hang on. I'm gonna keep competing. And then I was like,
Well,
God just kept knocking on me. He's like, let go.
Come on. Well, who knows? I mean, we all go through different seasons and stages of
Yeah.
our lives.
Why'd you
It
point
could
to me
be-
when you said that?
No, I was just
We all go through different seasons, like
including-
Joel,
okay,
and
including you.
who hates working out. Maybe he'll like it sometime.
No, I was
Maybe I'll
gonna
come back in
say-
my 60s.
That's what I was gonna say.
Well, I
Maybe
mean-
when they're like in their 20s and kind of like
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
in their
You'll go to the
own,
CrossFit
and
Games.
like then maybe you can like literally go
Be like
wipe
Trish.
out all. The,
Like Trish, isn't it Trish?
yeah.
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 Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
she's a
awesome.
beast.
Yes.
Yes.
I love
She's
her.
a
Yes.
beast.
Yes, she is.
Yeah.
So what about you? So you had your kids, and then that kind of, like you said, transitions you into thinking more about, all right, I want to be more focused on them. But like how'd you get from Charleston to here? Like, did you guys have your kids when you were in Charleston, or like you moved here and then you guys had your kids?
Mixture. So Will and I, we were competing as a team, and then I looked at him, and we had just gotten married, and I knew he wanted to have kids right away, and so I just said, let me compete one more year and try to make it regionals as an
Yeah.
individual.
Yeah.
And so he said yes. He's a sweetheart. He let me do it. I made it, and then as soon as that was over with, I was like, it's mom life.
Yeah.
So we had our oldest Austin in Charleston, and then we kind of had the whole parenting thing of what is our long-term vision?
Yeah.
Like, are we going to continue to own this gym? But we were renting the building, so then we thought about,
Yeah.
do you buy? And, you know, all the
Yeah,
adults type stuff. And Charleston's amazing, but I think that it wasn't our vibe. Being both from northern states, I think we wanted seasons and
Yeah.
mountains and
Yeah.
all that stuff.
Yeah.
So we came up here one weekend and we fell in love with Greenville. And so we packed up our stuff and we did a whole life thing. I mean, I quit my job. Will he sold the gym. He took on, a normal 9-to-5 job, and I stayed home. And then
Yeah.
we just started popping out the kids, you know?
Potting them out one by
Yeah.
one.
Yep.
So what brought you to like
Do
what
you not
brought
say
to
it like that?
No, I just love it. I mean,
Pop
just
'em
popping them
out.
out. Man. It's like,
so casually?
it's like you're ripping off the callus. Right? Just
Yeah.
pop them out. Man.
Yeah, yeah.
It's whatever. I
So
don't care.
so we were first in a different part of Greenville. We rented. We bought a house in Five Forks.
Yeah.
And I remember Will was at the dump taking the trash, and he parked right next to Jonathan's big truck, and he saw Five Forks Athletics or CrossFit.
Wow.
And so and he just started talking to him. Jonathan
Yeah.
was awesome, and he's just like, you guys come check it out, see how you feel. And
Yeah.
he welcomed us, and then he's just he let us coach right off the rip.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
that was it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I miss Will coaching sometimes.
Where,
Like, he's
why
so
isn't
cool.
he here?
Yeah.
I have still yet to meet your husband.
I know. Because honestly, we have from selling the gym, we have everything in our garage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he doesn't. Yeah.
I think that's his, because he's in sales.
Yeah.
That's his time to focus.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I get it.
He doesn't want to
Yeah.
talk to people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
He
gonna
talks
say
all day,
I was
like-
gonna say if you're talking to people all day long,
Yeah.
and then sometimes you just need that hour to just like
Yeah.
unwind, grind, lift some
Does he listen to
weights.
music when he works out?
Yeah.
Headphones or like
He does
speaker?
headphones and the heavy metal.
See, I was about to say
yes.
that makes sense when you're like, if you've been talking all day, you just need to get away. I'm like, he probably listens to really hardcore stuff
He
when he works out
does.
because he just needs to get that out. And I get that
Yeah.
as a man with pent up aggression. I understand.
Yes, he does.
You're just like, when
yeah.
your kids come out, you're like, hi, how's it going, kids? Daddy, can you do this? Yep, I'll do it later.
Yeah. I always tell him, I'm like, you have to put headphones on because his music just makes me angry.
Oh my gosh, you and Hudson. He goes every time. I just want to throw things. Yes, that's why the music.
point.
Yes, it's supposed to elicit that. Whatever.
I
But
listen
I'm
to
weird.
all different kinds of stuff when
I
I'm working
listen to
out.
podcasts.
Yeah, really?
Yeah,
I-
I know, but
it's
it's like
insufferable.
it's like the one time
Do
that
you
I
listen
can
to
just.
the Taylor Reps?
No, she doesn't.
Oh, you will after
Of course
today.
I do. Of course I do.
Don't lie. That's not becoming.
Yes.
Unlike your anklets, that's not becoming.
I like my ankle.
That's why I said your anklets are becoming. Lying is not.
Okay.
So I feel like we could literally have you on like 10 episodes and unpack so much stuff because you truly are such an awesome person.
Thanks.
And you have just done
Yeah.
some truly amazing things while being a wife, while being a mom, and you're still like maintaining, like you're still, I know we've kind of talked about it before, like you're so used to like training, all this time preparing for like regionals or something.
Yeah.
So like maybe now compared to like when you were training from the regionals, you're probably like, oh, I'm so out of shape. But you seriously are still in such good shape.
Thank
Even
you.
though you don't think that of
I know
yourself.
it's crazy.
It's
And then she goes upside down and starts twirling around and she's like,
Just
"Oh, that's nice.
casually
That's my
walking
warm
out
up." She does upside down shoulder taps. You know how some people do in the plank position? She gets into a
Yeah,
freestanding
and just,
handstand and does shoulder taps.
just chilling.
That's her
Just
warm up.
some shoulder
Just
taps.
try to warm up the body a little.
Oh my gosh.
So has there ever been like, what do you think was like your highest high when you were working out, competing, and what were some of your like lowest lows, and how did you manage to get through
Yeah.
all of those? Can you think of any?
I mean, at first I think it was making regionals as an
Yeah.
individual.
Oh,
That was like
yeah.
that was the pinnacle, and it was emotional, and like it was, the cool part is not even making it, but just the process. Like you set a goal, and then a year later you made it,
Yeah.
and then you see the work ethic. Like I did that,
Yeah.
and I know that sounds selfish, but it was like the dedication that I put in. So
Yeah.
at first that was it, and then honestly, older, even after kids, I was hitting PRs that I had never hit before, and you think
Mom
kind of
strength.
yeah, but
Yeah.
it is, you think in your
It's
like
true.
mid-30s, I'm in my 40s now, that you're like, it's gonna go downhill,
Yep.
but
Nope.
I
Yeah,
still
and it can if you don't put forth in that
Yeah.
effort.
That's right.
If you
But you
don't
put
like
forth
make your,
effort.
get your protein in and still lift
Yeah.
some weights, it can. But like when you
Yeah.
show up and you can stay consistent,
Mm-hmm.
even if you're hard on yourself and you're like, oh, I'm doing so bad compared to like what I used to do.
Right.
Like I used to get 3 hours worth of training in a day,
Yeah.
and like now I'm lucky to get 45 minutes in.
Yeah.
But like it just goes to show, even if you're consistent in those like main things, just lifting weight, doing
Mm-hmm.
decent with your nutrition, like you're still gonna progress and
I
be
think
able
the key
to
word is
maintain.
consistent.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I think it's adjusting to your lifestyle. I think that we hang on to these expectations of what we had pre-kids.
Yeah.
But that's not your
Yeah.
life
Yeah.
anymore.
Nope.
And you can't compete like, or whatever, not even competing, but I can't work out like I used to. I have my 60 minutes at 5:30 in the morning, and that's it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
as long as I think your mindset, your lifestyle has to,
Yeah.
you all have to meet
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
So
Have you ever had any like serious injuries that you had to like work around and get through during those times?
yeah, actually,
what was
like,
that
I
like?
think it's now like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
I had some pain in my neck. It was after the second fittest of South
Yep.
Carolina,
Yep.
or, right, or upstate.
Yep.
And I finally got an MRI done, and there was like, I think there was 4 bulging discs and 1 herniated
Wow.
disc, and the herniated disc was pushing on like the central nervous
Shoo.
canal. And I remember, but I had also been praying to God, like, hey, kind of take CrossFit away from me, and not in a negative sense. It
Yeah.
was just, I know that I think fitness is amazing, but it
Right.
can also be an idol to
Like
many.
you needed him to actually take it away so that
Yeah.
it would be easier for you to stop.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
it's
my
a good
kids
point.
are getting older, and we get to homeschool, and that's my focus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, yes.
But
and
you're also competitive and you're
Yes.
a dog, so there's a part of you that's
Yes.
like, unless
And
you
I
take it
love
away,
it
I'm not
too.
gonna. It's gonna
Yes.
be so hard.
And it maybe took away some of the guilt of
Yeah.
like, because it was like, okay, I have a legitimate reason of
Yeah.
why I do not need to train this hard for this amount of time.
Yeah.
I have a legitimate reason, so hopefully it kind of helped smooth over the guilt of like walking away.
Yeah.
'Cause I
But it was
know-
definitely, again, a mind shift, though, of
Yeah.
like, so then the year it happened, like every year now I kind of come up with my word of the year.
Yeah.
And that year I had to be consistent still, but
Yeah.
not consistent in a training aspect. Like I used to always follow a program.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, well, I'm not competing, and I
Yeah.
have an injury, but I still have to be consistent with some sort of working out. You
Right.
know, whatever you're doing. If you're just moving for life, you still have to move for health.
So what does that look like for you these days? Now that maybe you're not competing right now during this season of your life, you've got kiddos, you're homeschooling, you're still coaching here at the gym. Like, what does that consistency look like for you right now in your lifestyle?
I think, and to add to it, not to get all like women on you,
Oh
but
my gosh.
here we go.
Let me just bow out.
He is wearing his pink 5-4 shirt. So.
Oh my gosh. Jonathan's going to say
you.
something about it. You're feminine. Keep going.
But as we age, I think you do have to focus more on your hormones and adjusting your workout and your lifestyle to that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So there you'll understand.
No, I do. I have a wife. What?
Yeah.
I wonder hormones. I've never heard those things.
But I think when we're younger, I don't
Make
think
a
it's
really
talked
bad
about
joke
as
with
much.
an accent. Sorry, keep going.
Were you trying to sound like me?
No, I was not going to say what I was about to
he
say.
like makes fun of my country.
I ain't
accent.
making fun of your
I
country
love it.
accent down here. Okay, that's what I'm doing.
Anyways,
It's cute. I don't even know what I was saying.
Yeah, no, you're talking about how you have to take into consideration as you age, like your
yeah,
hormones and how that
Right.
comes into
Different factors
play.
now.
Yeah, and so it's learning how to like back
Navigate.
off,
Yeah.
but not get out of shape.
Yeah.
And that's healthy though. And you know, and I'm sure you know, some women will be in here and say they feel off this week. They don't know why. They could have done this weight this weight last year, but they didn't hit it this year or this week. And I don't think women necessarily have
Girl,
the.
you're in your little phase.
See, you
Have you seen
Okay.
like the Instagram reels where it's like it's got a man working out and he's like non-stop just
Yep.
grinding away
Yeah.
at the reps, and like you got a woman beside him and like one week she's getting a PR and the next week she's like laying on the ground and the next
Yes.
week she's like eating all this food.
Yes,
It's like
yes.
so true.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I
How
want
do you
women
like
to
that?
give
I
themselves
knew what it
grace
was.
for that
Yes.
though.
Yes.
And I think that we're
Totally
so hard on
agree.
ourselves. We put so much on our plate that it's okay to
Yep.
you don't have to go heavy all the
It's a
time.
result of the fall. Okay, that's
Yeah.
why.
I mean, you ate the apple.
Yeah. I did not say that. Maybe you should eat an apple, Eve.
That's awesome.
And that's why you guys don't get to work out as hard all the time. But, we got thorns and thistles.
But just keep, like, even in the different phases, like, keep showing up and doing what your best looks like that day. And then also, I mean, this can go either for male or female, but sleep as you have children.
yes.
I mean, it's just like, I think back when I was, like, in my, early 20s before I started having kids and I'd wake up and be tired.
I know. Don't you hate that?
And
Look,
I
know you want to say this. Use people out there who are like, I actually am tired. You don't know. You don't know until you have kids. You don't. You literally
You
don't. And this is not me being mean. It's just you do not know.
No.
And you will never know until that happens.
Preach.
So you do have to take into the sleep
Yeah,
deprivation.
like you slept 4 hours.
might
Okay,
have.
don't try to push it that day.
Yeah, like we have this conversation all the time because like Tuesdays sometimes is our morning that we get to hang out and do some lifting. Well, I like Tuesdays is the earliest morning that I have to get up. I usually get up around 5:30 and gives me plenty of time to get up, make my coffee, get my shower, do all the things I got to do before I leave the house to get here. And I usually don't go to sleep till after 12:30. And so I never have enough sleep.
It's not good.
But it's cool because I know I can just come in here and like just lift a little bit, do my best in that time.
Yeah.
If I come in here and I'm trying to PR a lift after getting 4.5 hours of
Nope.
sleep, it's doing more harm to my
Yes,
body
yes.
than it is good.
Yeah.
I might like, and sometimes our pride gets in the way and we don't want to like back up on our workouts because we're like, no, I can do this. Like, da-da-da-da. No, sometimes you need to chill and listen to your body and do what you need in that moment.
Yes.
And then, a week from now or the next day after you've gotten a solid night's rest, then you might hit that PR.
It's kind of like
So
when people say
interesting.
there's no excuses, right? There are excuses, but it's what you do with them.
Yeah.
Right? So
Yeah.
your excuse is a lack of sleep, and that's valid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what are you going to do with it? You're still
Right.
going to come in and move.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's how you're going to move that
Yep.
day.
Yeah,
you
you gotta
know?
be smart.
Yes.
That's so. And I will say that is, I noticed that as a difference between, I think, mature women who approach working out, and then like guys still have that same problem where it's just like, no, suck it up. We still will tell each
Yeah,
other.
yeah,
I have been told many times by Jonathan and Hudson to suck it up,
That's
and I'm like,
peer
I
pressure.
slept 4 hours. Why are you
Yeah,
doing this
yeah.
to me? Like,
Those
just do it. I'm like,
two aren't human though. Those two are human.
Hudson, especially once he's got his smoothie in and his coffee, he's going really well. That's a deep cut for people who know that. But yeah, so they're animals. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I guarantee you, they still have those days where they may not say it out loud, but they have those days where they
never
listen.
say it.
They listen to their body, and they may not add on that extra 20 pounds to that barbell.
Yeah.
I need them to say that, though. I need to know that. Like, I want them to post that online so I know.
I bet if you asked them, they would tell you.
He wouldn't. Jonathan would not.
Yeah.
And it is true. I feel like it compounds. Like, your fitness, your ability to show up every day does compound as you're consistent. What have been a couple things for you, like 3 things that have helped you find that? Like that continuation, that consistency, and even maybe just like that balance through the different seasons. Like, what are some 3 habits that have helped you? It can be anything.
Yeah, I kind of think, I don't know if this makes sense. I guess consistency has to come from like an inner, I don't know if it's inner being or inner motivation. And it can't be off of something. Like, I thought that I was motivated because I always had a competition. But then when you take that away, what do you have then? So it has to be something that you have inside.
Yeah, it's character.
Yeah. And then honestly, it's just, that's all I've ever known, I guess, is to work out.
Yeah.
And for me, I think I put this pressure on myself that I want my kids to see a healthy lifestyle.
Yeah.
And I think that I want them to see no matter what you do with your day or your life or what career path you take, you can make fitness a priority.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
And that's the same with not just fitness but faith. I want my kids to see me in the Word. I want them to see me praying for them, praying for my husband. I want them to, I think that I'm going to, I guess, maybe change subjects, but I think as parents, we have so much influence over our kid, good and bad.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
And so I want them to know, like, I want my girls to grow up, and hopefully I'm a good role model for them, and they are going to learn how to be a wife, a mother, how to keep a house, how to keep a job, like how to love their husband. And then I want Walker to look up to his dad, and he has a phenomenal man to look up to. Yeah. So that's, I think that's my drive, is just trying to be a good person for them.
Yeah.
Well, having known you guys for quite a few years now, I can honestly say that I feel like both of you exhibit those, and you definitely exhibit those characteristics.
Thank you.
And I'm thankful to know you. I'm thankful to call you friend.
Thanks.
And I'm thankful that you are one of the many, like, very positive influences.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank
and
you.
Will, shout out Will. You're
Yes.
awesome too.
I mean, you made some
man.
really great decisions. One of them being this person here.
Can we
so.
please just get you flexing?
Yeah, can you flex?
Oh, no.
We've been asking everyone, I mean, you might have already just said it, but what's something that the Lord or some He's been teaching you, or you've been learning lately, that you feel compelled to talk about before you leave this podcast today?
What's he been telling me to talk about?
What if the Lord's been teaching you, or you just learned recently that you're passionate about? It could be a sleep thing that you learned that's really good, or it could just be that the Lord's been teaching you in His Word.
I just had it and I lost it. I think sometimes, for me, I've been growing, and I think my whole life I've only known myself as an athlete. And so I just recently, I want to be more than that. I think it's great that people think I'm strong, and show us your biceps. That's cool, but I don't, that's not what, right? But I don't want
really nice arms.
I know.
Why
can't
I think
we
that
appreciate
so
beauty?
many people have always said that I'm I want to be known more of a child of God than these boys.
Yes. Oh, she did it. I'm gonna that's gonna be the cover photo.
Yeah,
that's you flexing.
Yes, that's the thumbnail.
Yeah,
with the cross over here.
It sounds like for a little while you found your identity in being an athlete, and now you're finding your identity in Christ and who He's called you to be as a mom, as someone who is influential in the fitness area and realm, but also more and beyond that.
Yeah.
And like I said, I think you do an excellent job in that. I'm thankful.
So.
I'm thankful for you.
But honestly, it's people like you though. I look forward to our Tuesday mornings, and I think you are so strong in your faith, and that fuels off of, that helps me too. And I love being around your soul, and
I'm gonna go cry.
Forgot about you over there.
No.
Just girl crushing over here.
Joel, we love you.
Who are
too.
you?
We love you.
Hi, I just sit
we
here.
love
at the
you
computer.
too, Joel.
Thank you.
You're awesome.
I always look forward to our Thursdays, which is this
those.
morning, right? I'll coach CrossFit in the morning. You coach hybrid now.
Yep.
And we always get to see each other, check in on how we're doing, how are the kids. So I look forward to Thursdays for that very reason.
Yeah. And my kids absolutely love you. They call you the fun dad.
I don't understand it.
They go every time we come to the gym. They'll say, "Well, is fun dad going to be there?"
Stop it.
I don't know.
Will,
baby.
I am sorry. I don't encourage this. I am just crazy, and they are drawn to it. I don't know why.
They like it. They do.
Love it.
Your kids are the
Brittany,
sweetest.
Thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah, of
We
course.
appreciate you.
Thank you,
We're
guys.
gonna have you on again because you just offer such an awesome insight on life and wisdom, and
Let's talk more about your workouts too, like some of your favorite workouts sometime.
Yeah, cool.
How about that? But thank
I
you,
love it.
everyone.
Thanks, guys.
Bye, guys.
See you next time.